It's Angela King back for another video.
But we are not doing a review today, people.
We're not.
We are here to discuss our favorite holiday food items. And I'm sure as we do this, we're going to be like, I forgot, or whatever. And that's okay. You can only do the best you can when you're making your list. One thing we're going to have while we're doing this is some good old eggnog. This is eggnog from Aldi. And we're not going to reveal where eggnog might be on our list right now, even though I have a feeling it's going to be on both our lists.
It's on both of our lists, let's be honest.
We're going to have some eggnog while we do our list. So you want me to start, honey?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so...
Let's do our top three, and then... let's do our top three, and then we'll
No, we're going to do honorable... We're going to do...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do honorable mentions, then we're going to move up. Okay. So I asked Hudson to do 2 honorable mentions and his top 5 holiday food items. When I say holiday food items, I mean Thanksgiving to Christmas, through Christmas. So I'm going to go first with one of my honorable mentions. So my number 2 honorable mention
We did too.
is fudge pie. And let me say why.
I didn't put pie.
Let me say why. Fudge pies, I love fudge pie. We generally only have fudge pie at Thanksgiving and Christmas, one of the or the other. We usually don't have it at both. We don't usually make it any other time of the year. When I was a kid, our neighbors, Sabrina, she's Sabrina Estes now. She was Sabrina Black then. She used to make it, and it was amazing. Now Mandy makes it, little baby Mandy. And she does a good job.
Yeah, she does.
She doesn't always cook it long enough, but she's getting there.
Okay.
So anyway,
The
so my second honorable mention is fudge pie, homemade fudge pie.
Okay, so my second is green bean casserole.
Really? You like green bean casserole?
I like it, but it's not top 5. I kind of wish I had one more honorable mention now I think of it, because I want to put pumpkin pie on there. So pumpkin pie would probably be my third.
Why don't you replace green bean casserole with pumpkin pie?
Okay, I'll do that.
Because green bean casserole is a huge meh to me.
I don't like it.
Not that I don't like it. I like it just fine.
So pumpkin pie and green bean casserole
okay, you got a tie.
are my honorable mention.
Okay,
That's
yeah, and we don't have green bean casserole at any time other than we had it at Thanksgiving
That
this
is
year.
the most exclusive besides dressing.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
And
Okay, so my number 1 honorable mention. So this would really probably be 6th on my list, and it would have made the top 5, except for the fact that we have this more than just at Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I hated to rank it higher than 6th. Mm-hmm. That is sausage balls. What?
What? I thought we were talking about okay. Okay.
Well, again, this is subjective, but to me, sausage balls are a holiday item. Growing up, we didn't really have them except for during the holidays. Now, I make them quite a bit because I love them. Mm-hmm. But growing up, holiday only. Okay, what's your other honorable mention?
Okay, so you're going to hate me for this, but mine is dressing.
Why would I hate you for that?
The reason is, it's just kind of dry sometimes. It is. You kind of need to mix it in with other stuff for it to be good. I don't really.
I'm going to explain dressing.
It is very overrated in my opinion. Because people hype
it's
it up.
It's overrated, but you have it on your list.
It's still okay, but everybody says it's so good.
Well, you obviously don't like it, but still put it on your list, which is a little weird.
No, I don't think you get what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying, but don't say it's overrated.
People say it's so amazing, but it's just a meh.
Okay, well then I'm going to my 5th favorite holiday food item, and that is dressing. I'm going to explain, for those in the South, you know what we mean when we say dressing. In the rest of the world, probably, you're going, what's dressing? Okay, so dressing is not stuffing. It is different. Similar but different. Dressing is mostly cornbread, but it's cornbread and it's got eggs in it. It's got sauteed celery and onions. It's got sage, salt and pepper. It's got chicken broth. Mix it all together, and you make like a casserole kind of a situation. I don't know what to say other than I love it, and we don't have it very often. Hudson says it's overrated. I don't think it's overrated at all. I love it. So it's number 5 on my list. That would be dressing, which is to me like a Southern thing, but okay.
My number 5 is Christmas Debbie trees. Like what are they called?
Little Debbie Christmas trees.
I don't know what it is about them, but they're so good. There's really nothing.
Well, I was going to tell you to let the dog go, but it looks like I don't know.
They might be a 5. I think
I do love those as well. It's kind of funny you say it. It's number 4 on my list. The Little Debbie Christmas trees. Number 4 on my list. I'm going to let you tell number 4 on your list. I'm going to let the dog out. I don't know what he's doing.
Number 4 on my list is sweet potato casserole. With like it's like sweet potatoes and the marshmallows on it. They're supposed to have like nuts on them.
Of course he wouldn't go out.
There's nuts on, but when we can't do it because I'm allergic.
Yeah, usually people put pecans or some sort of it's usually pecans, I think.
And also, I like what is it called that Miss Valencia makes?
That's a pumpkin something. It's kind of like it's very similar, but it's made with pumpkin instead of
yeah.
Sweet potatoes.
But sweet potato casserole, I've always liked that. It's usually the first thing.
It's really weird. I didn't put that on my list, but I like it too.
I just like it. It's
okay.
very good.
So that was number 4, right?
Yeah.
Number 3 on my list. Hand me that over there. Hand me that. Oh, this is Merry Christmas Summit.
Okay.
Number 3 on my list is chocolate dipped anything.
So you say that is
like
Christmas.
this kind of stuff. I love like usually people use white chocolate. This is not oh, there's some white chocolate in here. These are chocolate covered Ritz crackers. I mean, for God's sake.
Has to be good.
It's a thing called almond bark. Is it almond bark? I don't know if that's right. It's called some kind of bark.
It's almond bark.
Anyway, you can dip a piece of doo-doo in it and it would be good.
Yep.
Anyway, I love that, and we generally only get it at Christmas. Your grandmother does it. She did these.
Yep.
Me and your mother are going to do some hopefully tomorrow. So anyway, chocolate dip, anything.
Y'all might think I'm crazy for this, but cranberry sauce is number 3 on my list.
Really?
I love cranberry sauce though. I've always liked it.
I don't like cranberry
I don't know
sauce.
what it is about it. Well, I like cranberry juice and stuff.
I love cranberry juice. I'm not a big fan of cranberry sauce.
It's just good. We have totally different.
That's good that we have totally different. What do you eat your cranberry sauce with?
By itself.
Dressing that you think is overrated?
No, I don't mix those.
All right.
I mix it like sometimes, like at the end when you're done with everything, and then you just have crumbs, and I just get it all together and eat it.
Okay.
I don't really mix it besides the very end.
Number 2, eggnog.
I'm just gonna say this too. My number 2 is eggnog.
I love eggnog. I am glad it's not a year-round thing because it is horrible for you.
I'd be like 600 pounds if eggnog was year round.
The other day I bought almond eggnog. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good.
I couldn't drink it, and I was kind of sad because.
Well, you probably could have, but we were a little worried. I absolutely love eggnog. I love you're really not, to me, you're supposed to drink it till after Thanksgiving. This year we started drinking it the week of Thanksgiving, and we hadn't let up.
No.
We've been drinking a lot of it.
Because eggnog is just it's every year you only have for like.
Got about a month.
And just.
We love it. Okay, so that's number 2. That's interesting that we both picked it number 2. Number 1.
My number 1's.
Okay, so the number 1 for me is completely 100% nostalgic. You've had it before, and you've had good ones before. You probably don't remember it. You've had some bad ones too that we've made. I say bad, not as good. So number 1 for me is sausage pinwheels. And let me tell you why, Hudson. When I was a kid, my grandmother every Christmas morning made sausage pinwheels. Every single Christmas morning we had
You've made sausage pinwheels before, and they were good.
Yeah, They're good, but they're not as good as hers. So before she passed away, when she kind of knew she was going downhill a little bit, she actually tried to teach me how to make it. And honestly, it's all about making good biscuit dough, and I, for some reason, can't make good biscuit dough. So
That's like our problem in this house.
yeah, I don't know why we can't make good biscuit dough in this house, but we can't. So when I make it now, I generally just buy the pre-made stuff, flatten it out, put sausage on it, roll it up, cut it, and it's still good, but it's not nearly as good.
Yeah.
And sausage pinwheels when I was a kid were only Christmas morning.
Only
You didn't have many other times.
So you would look forward to getting
100%. It was. I could not wait to eat sausage pinwheels on breakfast morning. I mean, for breakfast on Christmas morning. So after my grandmother passed away, my sister can make pretty good sausage pinwheels, but for some reason doesn't make them every year.
She never really makes them. Or I've never.
No, she used to.
Okay, so my number one is just a big ham. On Thanksgiving, it's hard to beat ham.
The smoked ham?
The smoked ham.
Yeah, I was going to put ham on there.
It's salty.
Ham would have been next to my list that I left off probably. I love it too. I guess I didn't include it because I don't really do those any other time of the year, do I?
You don't really do ham that much.
Yeah,
you do it like once every year, not counting Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so around here, the deal is ham. You can buy these huge hams for 99 cents a pound, 89 cents a pound even sometimes, right around Christmas. They're usually about twice that the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Well, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So starting about mid-November, they put them on sale for 89 to 99 cents a pound. And the hams themselves, if you just bake them in the oven, they're okay.
But smoked?
Oh my gosh, but if you put one on a smoker at about 250 for about 6 hours, it is divine.
Yes.
And it is good, like, you eat it the day of, and then you make sandwiches, and then it's the gift that keeps on giving.
The thing about Thanksgiving, which some people don't like, is sometimes you have to eat the leftovers like days and days after.
Yeah, I do.
And
I like part of it.
We make so much, like the ham is so big that we usually get it that it lasts like the entire week.
We have it for breakfast. We have it for sandwiches for lunch and dinner, and yeah, we do.
You know what I almost put on my list? White sauce.
That's not a Christmas thing, though.
It isn't, but like I think it's mandatory. That like
I don't love hot sauces. I mean, white sauce as much.
Like I feel like I always have to have white sauce on Thanksgiving.
All right.
I put it on my turkey. I put it on my ham. I mix it in with just about everything.
Here's what I want. I was gonna say if I had anything else Christmassy. I don't. Here's what we want. Here's what we want you to do. If you enjoyed watching this video, please put your favorite items below. Discuss. Tell us we're stupid for liking what we like. If you think we're, I'm glad that our lists were very different. The only two that were they weren't that different.
We had eggnog and dressing were close.
And
we
Little Debbie.
We both had a pie.
And Little Debbie.
And Little Debbie.
Yeah. So a lot of mine was nostalgic stuff. Yours will change
I can't
over the
really
years
have
too.
nostalgic stuff yet
I know
because
you're
I'm
too
12.
young. One thing that he did mention to me, and I'm going to mention it just to honor your mother, Miss Mandy. He was asking me if he could put macaroni and cheese on the list, and I said, well, we have macaroni and cheese all year, but here's what I will say. His mother makes the most unbelievably good macaroni and cheese, and we generally only have it 3 times a year. Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then maybe once more during the year, like at a cookout or something.
She makes it like a certain way.
Yeah.
We make macaroni and cheese all through the year.
Correct. This is called we call it stickler mac and cheese because she sticks to the recipe. But the recipe for this macaroni and cheese is so you make the noodles and you drain them, and then you make a roux. And then you add all this cheese and you stir it and melt it and make like an unbelievably amazing cheese sauce, and then you pour it over the noodles and then you cover it with more cheese and then you bake it in the oven for like 45 minutes.
And a bunch of people use don't they use breadcrumbs? A bunch of people use that on the top, but
I don't know, macaroni and cheese, some, but it is unbelievably good. When we take it, anywhere we take it, it's all gone.
It's done.
Everybody eats every bite of it. I will also say, this was not on my list, even though I just thought about it. I would have probably put it on my list at the bottom if I'd have thought about it. My grandfather married my buddy Matt Copeland's grandmother, Retha. And Retha had this casserole called, it was cheese, broccoli cheese casserole, and it's made with Cheese Whiz. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. You like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another kind of nostalgic thing. I've always loved that thing. Cheese Whiz is like an odd thing to put in it, but it works. So anyway, all right, put yours down below. Tell us what you think. Sorry this video went long. Brad Doppel turned it off a long time ago. The cat is still doing well. He's learning the house. He's learning the other animals.
Dealing with Oscar being a
goob. So hopefully the cat's going to be a new member of the family. And as soon as we decide for sure that he is and we name him, he's going to make an appearance. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for 2,200 subscribers. And Merry Christmas if we don't see you again. This might be our last video before Christmas.
Yep.
All right, so for...
Buddy.
And the Chili King.
Right to his back.
Back.